Chess. It's one of those timeless games that people from all walks of life can enjoy. And you know what it really values? Paying attention, especially to what's happening on the board. Now, let's talk about this chess showdown. Andrea, a seasoned chess streamer, went up against a 9-year-old chess whiz, and it turned into quite the story. Why? Because Andrea lost, and it all came down to her not paying enough attention to her queen. So the game started with the young chess star making the first move. He pushed his pawn to e4, and Andrea, a strong player, responded by moving her pawn to c5. They both brought their knights into play, and some pawns were exchanged in the mix, setting the stage for a thrilling match. The young player, well, he moved his bishop from one spot to another with precision, showing off his strategy skills. Andrea, not one to back down, positioned her bishop at g7, giving her a strong presence on the board. On the other side, the young talent moved his knight from one place to another, making it clear he was up for the challenge. Both players knew the importance of protecting their kings. Andrea decided to castle, securing her king's safety, and the boy, wise beyond his years, did the same with his king. The young boy took his time with each move, carefully thinking through his strategy. In the midst of all this, Andrea made a bold move, pushing her queen to a5, taking the center stage on the board. Meanwhile, the young player's queen hung back, waiting for her moment. After a pause, the young player surprised everyone with a pawn move, shaking things up a bit. Andrea, sensing the time was right, moved her knight to e5, getting ready for some action. The young player, still calm and calculated, shifted his bishop around, showing he wasn't in a hurry to make rash moves. The game continued, with both players carefully planning their moves in this high-stakes chess match. Andrea, showing her determination, moved her bishop to e6. Then the young player made a move with his knight, hinting that he might capture Andrea's bishop in the next turn. But Andrea had a plan of her own. She quickly moved her bishop to c3, right next to the young player's knight, putting him on the spot. It's like a chess dance, isn't it? Players moving their pieces strategically, looking for opportunities. As the match continued, the boy shifted his focus towards maneuvering his rooks, setting the stage for a bishop-for-bishop exchange. It was at this point that Andrea, in her spirited style, decided to introduce a bit of light-hearted trash talk. She reminisced about her childhood chess games with her father and playfully teased the young prodigy while sharing stories of her early experiences with the game. The boy, undeterred, continued his rook's back-and-forth movements. Andrea decided to adopt his technique, repositioning her knight strategically. The young player, displaying ambition and determination, placed his knight on b4, aiming to challenge Andrea's queen in the next move. But Andrea was quick to spot the threat and promptly retreated her queen. As the clock continued to tick, the boy's ambitions grew, leading him to make a daring move, positioning his knight in a risky spot, tempting a pawn exchange. Interestingly, Andrea initially reached for her pawn, but quickly realized her grave mistake. Alas, it was too late, and the boy capitalized on the opportunity, capturing Andrea's queen. Andrea graciously admitted that she didn't see that coming. With Andrea's queen down now, the real battle began. The boy, brimming with enthusiasm and optimism, moved his other knight to d5. Andrea remained on high alert, fully aware that each move had to be executed strategically to secure victory. She carefully maneuvered her rook, patiently waiting an opening that the boy refused to provide. It seemed that the young prodigy had indeed managed to shift the game's momentum in his favor. In a subsequent move, the boy advanced his pawn to b3 with the intention of capturing Andrea's knight in the next turn. However, Andrea, having learned from her earlier mistake, decided not to leave her horse vulnerable this time and opted for a fair trade, exchanging her knight for the opponent's bishop. And then the game took an intense turn. The boy became noticeably cautious, even standing up to inspect and analyze each move with meticulous care. Andrea boldly advanced her knight all the way to the opponent's base at d1. She found herself in a tight corner, and the boy seemed to savor the moment, even sharing a chuckle during the match. Andrea, with her king under threat, moved it strategically to avoid checkmate. In the next turn, the boy captured Andrea's rook, a crucial piece guarding her king, leading up to the climactic moment. With a sense of triumph, the boy executed a checkmate, concluding this intense and enthralling chess battle. And there you have it, the thrilling conclusion to this captivating chess showdown. Whether you're a seasoned pro like Andrea or a prodigious talent like our young challenger, the chessboard remains an arena where with patience and keen observation reign supreme. And with that, we wrap up this video. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, stay tuned for more intriguing encounters.